should John Cena have lost?
Yes.
Why?
You know why? Because every retirement tour has the send-off, has him riding off into the sunset. And Cena being a politicker and being a businessman in his own mind, he stands out more going out a different way. Because guess what we're about to do? We're about to debate whether he should have done it or not. Isn't that what Cena wanted? People talking, people paying attention. If Cena would have created a moment by going over, giving speech, longer than 28 seconds is my guess, and the big send-off.
So, okay. I'll just say this. It could have gone either way because there are outcomes for both. That's what we're talking about today. This is a reaction video. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. This is a good one. Please make sure to subscribe to Stevie Richards Show. Link is in the description.
But Cena literally did it in a way where now you and I are going to debate it. Now people are going to complain. Now Gunther has heat. Triple H has heat. And Triple H used a line that I believe that Triple H is going to be the next Mr. McMahon on TV.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Turkey likes that. Is that what it is?
That.
What is the line?
The time-honored tradition. He pulled out the Brett Screwed Brett interview line from Vince.
Did he already do this? Have I missed that?
He did it in the post-show when they booed him. And they chanted.
No, I didn't see the post-show.
There's a time-honored tradition because everybody's like, well, how do you feel about that? Does that bother you or something? And he went into the time-honored tradition speech.
So, I mean, do you want my opinion on it now? Because
that is really interesting. Now, I kind of feel like Triple H has already had his Mr. McMahon moment back when the authority angle was going on with Triple H, Stephanie, Corporate Kane, Seth Rollins, J&J Security. I feel like that was like the start of Triple H's Mr. McMahon reign. But I'm sure some people would argue that with me. But it sort of seems like he's back to that now tenfold with the whole John Cena thing.
Absolutely, yes. Why take a drink?
Yeah, John Cena.
On this episode, not the future one.
Yes, yeah, John Cena should have won easily. I totally see the other way of seeing it.
Yeah.
That Gunther should have won. Well, you know, he needs to be this, that, and the other. I don't see how it adds anything to Gunther, really, in the long term. I mean, and also Goldberg went out the exact same way 6 months ago. I almost think, that finish has played out, but my opinion is that Gunther didn't need the win. I think it would have been better for him to lose, because via tap out specifically as well, because then if he taps out again, then he is the vulnerable champion who you can beat one way. You can't pin him or whatever, but you can.
And that's the thing. Gunther just isn't likable. It's almost like I've been seeing a lot of chatter of people saying that they're trying to put Gunther over like he's this freaking superstar, but he just isn't. Like, Gunther would never survive in the Attitude Era. I just feel like he would just be a heel that, like, nobody likes. Like, at all. And I haven't really been watching much recently in the past few years, but has Gunther ever been a face, or has he always been a heel? Because unless he's absolutely hilarious, I could never see them turning him face. I don't know.
Can tap him out, and he's a coward as well, so it almost gives him that kind of edge. And I think you can. That story continued from Jey Uso. They were chanting "You tapped out" at the beginning of this match, and I really like the idea of continuing that story. But the main thing for me is like, these people paid millions of dollars per seat.
Yep.
I just think for Cena's career, a WWE lifer, I think it needed a happy ending. because everyone
So
was
you have
so
the Dutch
bummed.
Mantel theory that just give them exactly what they want.
Yeah, but also the Dutch thing that he said, because I said, do you ever hear of passing the torch back in the day? And he was like, no, that's stupid.
That's stupid.
We were just all trying to make money. It's like, it wasn't like, building up the next thing. It's like, no, we were trying to hang on for as long as we can. And I know that's the selfish way of looking at it. But and that doesn't really apply to this. But the whole passing the torch, time-honored tradition thing, it's like, I don't know.
Well, I don't think this is a torch pass. This is basically the present or the end of the present with Cena versus the future, which is Gunther. And I would dare say, if Jay...
The future, which is Gunther, is just a scary thought. But it's happening. It's happening. I mean, think about it. These are your people that you're supposed to love right now. Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, and who else is around now? Braun Breaker. Those are your guys right now. And even though I've never been a huge Cena fan, I respect the guy. I respect the hustle, loyalty, and respect. You got to respect the work ethic and the determination. You can't take that away from the guy. And his mic skills are unbelievable, too. I'll give him his flowers.
Uso, if that experiment didn't end and he went back with a tag team, if he was still a viable singles wrestler in the main event picture, world champion, maybe, whatever, if that was a success, maybe they would do the switch. Do you see what I mean? Jey Uso is completely disconnected from Gunther. Even I forgot about that WrestleMania match where he tapped out. I would give it a different way. Here's a thought that I just had, by the way. Do you think Gunther is going to be the new legend killer? He retired Goldberg. He retired Cena. What if Orton's in the next year to 18 months? What if he retires AJ Styles? They could, because how many times did Orton destroy legends?
Okay, but as a fan,
I'm giving you their thought process.
Oh, I know that, but
ours.
as a fan, I couldn't have given monkey's toss about the legend killer thing because Randy Orton didn't need it. Even at the time, I just thought, yeah, okay, we got
a monkey's toss. If you're still watching, comment a monkey's toss. It'll be really funny because everyone in the future will see your comments and be so confused. So leave a comment right now saying a monkey's toss. But why is Gunther the legend killer? What is so great about that guy that he needs to be the one retiring legends? Why? I don't get it. Why him?
spat in Harley Race's face or whatever, and he beat Mick Foley. But I was like, I never dug that whole legend killer thing.
Me neither.
I think Gunther's above it. And to be honest, I thought Randy Orton was above it. That's my opinion. I know.
Oh, he is because look at what he became. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a step to what he is.
Yeah. No, I thought he was above it then. I never quite got the whole legend killer thing, really. But, yeah, I'm very much at the thought process that, you know what, this needed a happy ending for everybody. And now we don't have a happy ending. And the person, weirdly, who ended up suffering the most from it, at least in the initial, Triple H. The fans, as soon as all the guys started walking up from the aisleway, that you knew he was going to get a celebration in the ring either way. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, of course, leading the parade.
Before you go to that, please hold that thought. Here's another thing that they're going to do. My prediction as we record on Sunday. They are going to give Cena the send-off on Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
So he did the job, but they're going to give him a way to go out at the end of the show where he shines on somebody.
Like the Ric Flair thing. Because he retired.
But I think he's going to do something at the end and being in the ring, hit the attitude adjustment on somebody. Then the post-show celebration will put on the website and social media.
Okay. We'll see. Because this is Sunday.
So, yeah, when I'm recording this, it's after Monday Night Raw. I didn't even watch it, so if they did this, I wouldn't even know. But I do feel that Cena deserves a better send-off than what he got. And this is coming from someone who pretty much blames John Cena for the downfall of WWE. Okay. Let's just keep that in mind.
As we're recording this, and it should be Monday.
Get back to Triple H and Stephanie. Let's go.
With So anyway, Steph and Triple H walk down the aisle. They're leading the procession, of course, and the fans all stand up and boo Triple H.
Yep.
Because once again, if you're with my thought process, and you think John Cena should have won, and I have no doubt that John Cena is the one who volunteered to lose this, no doubt in my mind, then it's up to Triple H or the head of creative to talk them out of it and say, no, we're not doing that. It's best for business if we do this. So I'm wondering if, one, this was placating John Cena for wanting to highlight the younger, the generation that comes after him. And should it be Triple H, if indeed you believe the way I think, should it be up to Triple H to sort of say, no, we're not doing that. You need to win. You need to send these people home happy.
Well, that lends to all the confusion of who was really in control of John Cena's retirement tour.
Yeah. Oh, because...
I mean, a lot of people say it was kind of mutual. It was Cena and Triple H's decision, as opposed to just one or the other. But I always feel that the writers should be good enough to write storylines that are intriguing enough for the viewer to care about, and to also, meet with the talent they're writing for, to have their influence in the writing, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? And also, guys, thank you so much for still watching. If you could, let's see if we can hit the 1 like goal. Does the video have at least 1 like on it? Let me know.
Cena was totally denying, that he had any role in it whatsoever.
Right up until the end here. Right up in all the interviews. So, which is it going to be? What I would lean towards was, it just seemed like Cena wanted to put everything. I think Cena also, they said, he volunteered to do a full schedule. And they didn't do that. Like 200 dates or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for the entire year.
200. Why would you say no to that?
I think it's because they thought he couldn't do it. And I think John Cena himself would admit, no, I couldn't do that. Not a chance.
Well, 200 appearances doesn't mean 200 matches.
They don't even run 200 shows, do they? Unless he's on
I
every
think he was
single...
saying just about every TV and pay-per-view he wanted to have a part in that. But yeah, physically, I would put him on a pitch count, which he was on. You turn him heel. So he literally only had, what? Since SummerSlam was his real retirement tour?
Yeah, I guess so. The whole turn thing didn't quite work out. He turned back up the Royal Rumble, though, didn't he? Was that his first match back?
Yeah, that's when he lost, and he said, I got to kind of
find
go
another
back
way,
to the drawing board or whatever. But, yeah, I still think it was the right decision, because if John really said, this is what I want to do, partially it was because he wanted to get Gunther over, back on track, get the younger generation, maybe provide an example.
But the thing is Gunther actually really over? Did it work? I mean, it didn't work for me, personally. I'm not a Gunther fan, and after this Cena match, I'm still not a Gunther fan. But perhaps I'm not the demographic, right?
That time-honored tradition, I'm not complaining about doing a job in my retirement match. You shouldn't complain about doing a job on, SmackDown or Raw. The other thing is, John Cena stands out much more for going out this way, which he might not. There still might be that Raw tribute. He goes out this way on Saturday night's main event rather than going out feeling good. Also, what's funny? Maybe it's another way to make Bill Goldberg mad, because once again, here we are,
Bill Goldberg.
It's the exact same way of going out, if not...
Everybody get a Goldberg chant going on in the comments. Goldberg. Goldberg.
Something else. But
then, what about Goldberg hugging Triple H? So maybe they were all trolling us.
Maybe. Yeah, so That's one of the few times we like completely disagreed on something there. But yeah, I just totally just give the fans the money's worth. I just don't think it's. I think Goldberg just isn't, as much as he wants to think he is. At least in WWE, he's never been on the same level as John Cena.
No.
Long term.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
So he
just because
yeah.
I mean, look, Goldberg was really over in WCW in the 90s. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing someone wearing a Goldberg shirt, you know, like in the mid to late 90s. And it doesn't hold a candle to Cena's legacy. I'll just say that.
Goldberg couldn't work the amount of varied styles that Cena worked. Now, Cena worked Cena's style, but he worked the Benoits, the Kurt Angles, the Edges, the Big Shows, The Rock, Triple H, JBL. I mean, he worked smaller guys. He worked AJ Styles, even recently in the retirement tour over in Saudi, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say that Cena can't morph his style into every single type of match. Goldberg can only do the Goldberg match.
Right.
If anything, I would put, this make Bill Goldberg even madder, I would put John Cena closer to a Bret Hart than a Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
but like a long-tenured company man through and through kind of thing.
Sure.
And also, actually, that's a good comparison because they dragged that company through two of the worst fiscal periods in their history as well. They were the constants that turned up to the main event every single week and did their absolute best. And John Cena especially is an interesting case because half the fans hated him. For a decade, half the fans hated him and did the boo yay thing. And they still resist.
Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Yeah. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and right. Bret was the same thing. I mean, he was always beloved until the whole Canada, and the turn with Steve Austin and everything. But that's a really good comparison between the two because John Cena doesn't get enough credit for being that constant, I guess, in that sense. Just before we, because I do want to talk about Cena more as well.
That is very true, what James is saying there, for sure.
The post-show. Actually, before we get to the post-show, Vince McMahon was in the outro video, the outro tribute video. What do you think of that? Does Turkey like it?
I forgot about. Well, that could have been something John wanted put in there. He still loves Vince.
Vince made Cena who he is. Regardless of the sick crap that Vince does in his spare time, him as a booker, him as a promoter, he knew what he was doing for a long, long, long time. It's arguable in the last maybe 10, 15 years, but before that, I mean, he got a lot of wrestlers over that really blew the company up.
Still in contact with him. So, did anybody notice? Do you think it's just dipping your toe in the water a little bit to see what? Yeah. So everybody involved.
It's funny that Nick Khan, in an interview with Logan Paul, I think, still would not name Vince by name. So, and the former chairman
or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the post-show then. Triple H, fans were chanting AEW at him, and also you said that he said the time-honored tradition as well.
He said the time-honored tradition, which, man, that light bulb went off. Could we see another version of Mr. McMahon with Triple H? Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready for 28-minute opening promos? And guess who? Hey, I'm just saying, is it a coincidence or not a coincidence that the former 28-minute opening promo authority members are both heavily featured on this show?
And here's an idea. If they decide to go with that angle, bring Stevie Richards back as the right to censor. Because it's for your own good. Stevie Richards and James Romero, if by some chance you are watching this, okay, I am huge fans. I am a huge fan of the Attitude Era. Stevie, I would love to be able to interview you. I am totally simping, as the kids would say, so you can save your comments. Because look, There's nothing wrong with being a simp for the Attitude Era and the wrestlers that were a part of it. Hands down. Stevie Richards had to play an evil villain that everybody hated. When I was a kid and the right to censor was a thing, me and my friends hated them, and that was the point. That's how damn good Stevie Richards did. Just gonna say it.
Do you think that Triple H is going to suffer any long-term blowback from this? Because
Yes, I do.
yeah, some people might say, yes, you should have passed the torch and it was important for Gunther, as you would say, as well. But, man, Triple H got some real vitriol there. And also, I want to point out that CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, they enter the ring. Then they both get on one knee as Cena stands alone in the ring and shows all the belts. Apart from Triple H, who's also stood on the ring apron the entire time. And I said on the other video I did, it was like Hulk Hogan when Randy Savage won the championship at WrestleMania 4. The camera focused just as much on Hulk Hogan rather than the new champion. And I'm wondering if there was something like that where he couldn't just let him have the moment.
I could see that.
No, he can't help himself. But here's the positive out of this apparent negative right now. Triple H needs to be a heel authority figure.
No.
We haven't had
Sick
one
of heel authority figures.
No, but it has to be like Vince. If you do the blueprint, I know he's not going to do it right. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, but he can't take bumps either, can he? Or can he?
Well, it's not taking bumps. It's being embarrassed. It's being... How many times did talent get over on Vince? I don't have enough hands to count.
Every week.
How many times did talent get over on Triple H and especially Stephanie? 0 times. That's what was missing from the authority era. But I'm telling you.
Do you know why? Do you know why that was? It's because Vince McMahon forbade it. So for anyone to get over on Stephanie after she started doing the GM thing and then the authority situation with Triple H, Vince McMahon supposedly did not want Stephanie in any kind of humiliating position. I've got the feeling she would have been more than happy with it. Or to do...
I absolutely think Stephanie would have been fine with it. Stephanie is typically a team player. I mean, if you think about it, when Cena on that interview, was it with Joe Rogan or Chris Van Vliet? I think it was Joe Rogan, when he said that Stephanie was so impressed with the freestyling. She was like, make a freestyle up about me. You know? She was willing to take some heat for the business. So why not? Why not? I think it would work. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Some stuff so talent could get back on her. But that's why they very rarely, if ever, got the comeuppance.
Okay, so let's see what happens now, because my prediction is if you're going to get that kind of response, because right now it's been swelling up, that Vegas press conference with Turkey and them looking like they're all hostages, that was something, the announcement of WrestleMania 43 turned a lot of people off. And this here, the honeymoon period's completely over. But I'm telling you, why in the world? Vince, he's a maniac. Why would Vince, the guy who did the very blueprint, the very schematic that literally saved his company and made him a billionaire, why would you not want to repeat that? Now that Vince is sort of gone, I guess, let's see what they do. Because I don't know if you're escaping the orbit of this reaction. And the fact that Triple H and the people at that desk put it over, acknowledged it, and leaned into it. And he said that, dude, I'm telling you, he doesn't say anything just to say it. When he said time-honored tradition, I had the flash of Mr. McMahon. And Hunter, I'm telling you right now, lean into it, but please get the talent over. Just be embarrassed. Have them, dude, we can have the cement in the Corvette. We can, and you know who I think should be that guy?
LA Knight. I knew you were going to say LA Knight.
LA Knight. That would be, you know what? I think if they even just redid that, where like Triple H rolls up in a nice car, and they literally do the same thing, where LA Knight has a cement mixer, put the cement into the car, and then you have someone like R-Truth be the Mankind character where he tries to pull out the keys. I would love to see that. I'd be totally down.
LA Knight. If you want to get LA Knight over, and if it wasn't LA Knight, I would have made it Karrion Kross.
I think LA Knight.
LA Knight can, because when you're doing that, you're not beating you over the head with it, but you hear Rock and Austin when LA Knight talks, and it will make all that stuff bridge together.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity, Hunter. You have an opportunity here, and you have an opportunity to get yourself over in a way you've never gotten over before.
That's true.
I think it would be an amazing turn.
Because Triple H refuses to embarrass himself like Vince did. And let's be honest, that's one thing that you could say about Vince McMahon, was that he was willing to embarrass himself and his image to put over talent like Stone Cold and The Rock and the others. He did it many times.
Turnaround if he became the foil, and then nobody could complain, because now you have the exhale and the sigh that the guy you hate that's booking terrible wrestling for 2 years is now getting his receipt.
Yeah.
Why did Cena succeed where others didn't?
Man, it could be a combination between timing, that real ruthless aggression that Vince always talked about. That was a real thing. That era was a real thing in the locker room. And I have no doubt it's politics. It's always politics. It doesn't mean we're going to talk about the accusations in a little bit, maybe in a few seconds. But you have to politic. You have to get the office to really like you, if not love you. You got to get Vince to love you. You got to get, Triple H and everybody on board with this. Or you just got to get Vince to tell all them, you got to put that guy over. So it's a mixture of all that. And of course, you're going to make a few enemies along the way.
So let me know what you guys think. Should John Cena have lost? I want to hear from you. You know how I feel. I want to hear how you feel about it. Please make sure to subscribe to James Romero and Stevie Richards' channels. Links are in the description down below. Make sure to check that out. And if you like these wrestling reactions, we got lots more coming up. Hit the free subscribe button. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 subs. We're so close. And let's hit the 1 like goal. Let me know how many likes the video has. So till next time, everybody, keep talking that wrestling. We'll keep reacting. And if you don't like that, we got 2 words for you. Subscribe.